Hello guys, these are few of the Mumbai MMD surveys questions related to ROR, and I've tried to answer them as many as I can. And second thing, if you are not sure about some of the answers, then I would request you to do consult with your friends, because it might be possible that you could have a better answer for these questions when you compare with your friends, when you talk with your friends. So let's begin. And these three things are very important in every situation from any surveyor. Take series of bearing, a certain risk of collision as per rule 7. Then if risk of collision exists, then you take action. And just to avoid this repetition of these three statements, I will not repeat these statements, and I'll answer after the three statement thinking that risk of collision exists. And from here on, every situation I'll answer as thinking that risk of collision exists. But you must always answer these three things, and then you must start your answer. So this is the situation from Captain Anish, that you are a power train vessel, you see a NUC vessel on your port side crossing action. So then you will answer your first three things: take series of bearing, a certain risk of collision if risk of collision exists, and then you'll start answering. As this is a crossing situation and risk of collision exists, as per rule 18, a power driven vessel when underway shall keep clear of NUC vessel. So sir, rule 18 applies over here. I'll sound one short blast, alter course to starboard, and take a round turn and pass astern of her. Second question, you are a power driven vessel and a sailing vessel is crossing you in a TSS action. So those three statements, and if risk of collision exists, then as per rule 10 part J, it is the sailing vessel which shall not impede the safe passage of a power driven vessel, and if she is not taking action, then as per rule 34D, you must sound 5 or more short and rapid blast to attract her attention. And if still no action has been taken by that vessel, then as per rule 8F part 3, you must take action, and you can reduce speed and allow her to pass and keep clear of you. So now third question, you are a power train vessel following a traffic suppression scheme, and a CBD which is on your port quarter is overtaking action. So answer those three statements: series of bearing, a certain risk of collision. And now it is the responsibility of CBD vessel, as she is overtaking, and as per rule 13, that it is her responsibility. So CBD must keep clear of me. So if she is not taking any action, I will sound 5 or more short and rapid blast as per rule 34D. And if still she is not taking any action, I'll alter course to starboard and go out of the traffic suppression scheme into the inshore traffic zone, and I'll inform the master and the VTS. Now with same situation, CBD is a target vessel, your power train vessel, and CBD is overtaking you in a narrow channel. So here also rule number 13 applies, and it is the responsibility of CBD vessel which is overtaking that to keep clear. So here again I'll sound 5 or more short and rapid blast as per rule 34D to attract her attention. But if still she is not taking any action, then I'll reduce my speed or take all her way off and let her pass ahead of me. And lastly, Captain Anish, one of the favorite questions is, what do you mean by word not to impede, and where at all in Colreg rules is it used? So it is used in rule 8F, rule 9, rule 10, rule 18. So I'll attach a screenshot of it, and the actual meaning, just to summarize it, it means that any vessel which is required not to impede the safe passage shall keep clear and avoid development of risk of collision to the another vessel. And if risk of collision exists, then normal steering and sailing rule applies. This is Captain Bhatia's situation, that you are a power driven vessel and you have a vessel on your starboard side, which is CBD, in a narrow channel, and you want to cross the narrow channel. So action. So basically those three steps take serious bearing a certain risk of collision, and if risk of collision exists, as per rule 18, this is my responsibility to keep clear of a CBD vessel. So for in this situation, I will reduce my speed or take all her way off and let the CBD vessel pass, and then I will cross the narrow channel behind her stern. Next, you are a power driven vessel and you have a CBD vessel on your port side crossing action. So you will answer those three starting points, and then when risk of collision exists, you will sound one short blast, alter course to starboard, and pass astern of the CBD vessel. This is as per rule 18D. Any vessel other than NUC and RAM shall keep clear of a CBD vessel. The next situation is restricted visibility and radar inoperational. You are a power driven vessel, you hear foghorn on your starboard quarter, and after some time the intensity of foghorn increase. So what action you will take? As in rule 19, it does not specify any action when your radar is inoperational and you hear foghorn which is on your starboard quarter or anywhere on your quarter side. So as per rule 2, special circumstances of case, this is a special circumstance. So you will switch your foghorn from forward to aft, and your aft horn you will start. You will increase the intensity of foghorns, and then you will inform master and reduce your speed or take all way off. This is the best answer I can come up with. You can discuss this question with your friends, and if you can get a better answer, then stick to that. So this is one of the favorite questions of Captain Gupta, where he gives you a situation or sometimes he asks the questions directly. It depends. In a narrow channel, you have a vessel forward of your beam and you want to overtake. So which side you will overtake? Answer is you can overtake from either side as long as you are passing clear. Next, he will ask, do you need to sound any signal to overtake the vessel in a narrow channel? So people normally start quoting rule 9E, where it says that if you want to overtake the forward vessel, then you must sound 2 prolonged blast, 1 short blast for starboard side, 2 prolonged blast, 2 short blast on port side. But the catch is this, that if the forward vessel does not require to take any action and you can overtake without her taking any action, then you do not need to sound the signals. As long as you are passing clear and you do not want the forward vessel to take any action, then you do not need to sound those signals. So this is the catch. So this is what he wants to listen, that if the forward vessel does not need to take any action, then you do not need to sound any fog signals to get the attention of the vessel or to ask her to take any action. So this is Captain Gupta's another situation where you both are powered in vessel and you have a vessel exactly on your reciprocal course coming down. What action you will take? So, and you have an obstruction on your starboard side. So the answer would be that this is a special circumstances of case as per rule 2, where it said that you must give regard when taking action, have regards for special circumstances of case. So this is the special circumstances of case, and you will sound short blast, alter course, a large alteration of course to port side. You must remember this keyword, a large alteration of course to port side. As rule 8 part B says that when alteration of course is sufficient, then you must give a large alteration of course so that it should be readily apparent to the vessel observing visually or by radar. So large alteration of course is required, so maybe 40 degree or more alter to port and keep clear of her. And also you must mention that you will inform master. Why? Because normally in master standing order it says that a course alteration of maybe 40 degree or more, you must inform master. So in this same situation, when you have altered to port and you are passing that vessel, he will say this, that what happens if the vessel alter her course to starboard. So the answer is, then you will consider this as a crossing situation and act accordingly. Then it is your responsibility to keep clear of that vessel, and you will take action as per Rule 15 crossing situation, as both are power driven vessel. That's it. The next question from Captain CL Dubey is that you are a power driven vessel and you have a power driven vessel on your starboard side crossing action. So here he did not mention that radar is operational or not. So in your answer, whenever you answer, first take series of bearing a certain risk of collision and all. After that, when risk of collision exists, then you must answer that in rule 90, as per rule 19, it is both vessels' responsibility to keep clear. So assuming sir radar is operational, I cannot alter course to port for a vessel forward of a beam. Hence, I will reduce my speed or take all her way off in case required and let the vessel pass, and I will pass astern of this vessel. So next question as per Captain CL Dubey is that you are a power driven vessel and you have another power driven vessel whom you are going to overtake in restrictive visibility action. So those 3 points take series of bearing and all. Now when the risk of collision exists, then here you can overtake this vessel from either side, but the good seamanship practice would be to allow her to pass. You reduce your speed, take all way off and pass astern of her. Why? Because in restricted visibility you cannot alter to port for a vessel forward of a beam, so hence you must always keep your starboard side clear. If in this situation, if you overtake on her port side, then if sometimes if a situation comes arise that you have a vessel forward of your beam another, then you would not be able to alter course to starboard because of this vessel. So hence, as per good seamanship, you will allow this vessel to pass and you will pass astern of her. You will keep your starboard side always clear. The next question is that you are entering a TSS and you see exactly on your reciprocal course one vessel coming down. What action you will take? Those 3 things: take series of bearing and all. Now when the risk of collision exists, that the vessel which is coming down is not following the lane, so you would sound 5 or more short and rapid blast as per rule 34D. Even then, if she does not take any action, then you would sound 1 short blast, alter course to starboard and keep on the starboard side of this lane. Even after keeping your vessel on starboard side of lane, if still risk of collision exists, then you would go out of the TSS into the inshore traffic zone and inform VTS and your master.